So, what would it take for a junk removal business in Sacramento, California to be found on Google? What's the competition like, and what would it take to get found online? Let's find out. What's up there, guys? Izzy here once again. Do it yourself junk removal SEO, where I help junk removal companies, dumpster rental companies, small business owners design their own websites, SEO friendly websites, do their own SEO to get their business found on Google organically, which saves them thousands of dollars in the long run in advertising. And today I'm going to do a quick market analysis of what it would take for somebody to start a junk removal business in Sacramento, California. Not start one, but what it would take to get found online, the competition, how difficult it would be to get your business Google listing or your website found online for the search terms junk removal in Sacramento. So let's go ahead and get started and find out what the competition is all about. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the Google Map listings. And why am I going to look at those first? Because more than likely, that's where your customers are going to look at first to get when they're looking for junk removal services. And the very first ones that I see are Rich's Junk Hauling, Big Rich, and Affordable Junk Removal. And what causes these Google listings to show up on Google? Number one is where the proximity of their business is. If it's in Sacramento, you already got a huge advantage. If you're in an outskirt town out there, chances of you getting found on there are greatly diminished because Google's giving a localized results to the people in that area. So you want to make sure you get your listing in the city of Sacramento. So that's number one. Number two, Google's looking to make sure that you filled out their Google listing completely with the good categories, the services you provide, a description of your business, all your hours, everything's filled out completely, and it's all dialed in. They want to make sure you got pictures, you got everything all the links set up properly and all that good stuff. They want to make sure the website connected to the Google listing even mentions Sacramento, which it does right here. I can see right away Sacramento and all that good stuff. So this is all the stuff that it's looking for. Another thing Google's looking for is activity on the listing. Google loves its own properties. These Google listings are their properties. So the more activity they see on a particular listing, the more they're going to favor it and push it towards the top. And you can see right here, they got 245 reviews. That's one of the ways that Google starts to see how active this listing is. Another thing you could do as a business owner is start putting up in the posts section of your Google listing. You can add posts to update your Google listing. And like I said, keep it active, keep it alive, keep it, get people looking at it. And that's what's going to cause this thing to start to rank. Also, another thing is business listing citations. What Google's looking for is the business name, business address, business phone number in as many places as possible because it adds credibility to that Google listing. Google's going to trust it more. And I could tell right away with Rich's Junk Hauling, he's got hundreds and hundreds of business citations. And one of the ways you could do that, find out what he's got, is to put his business name in quotation marks and in his business phone number in quotation marks. Click search, and it's going to give you the results. What you're telling Google with this is you're asking Google to bring back as many pages as possible with those exact words on the page. And you can see he's got probably hundreds and hundreds. It says thousands, so he's got a lot. So you can see like Facebook page. He's got a listing here. He's got a listing on Yelp and Buzzfile, AllBiz, Zoom Info. He's probably got hundreds and hundreds of citations as compared to the number 3 guy on this list, Affordable Junk Removal. I did the exact same thing. He's only got 9 results. And he's got, let's take a look at the number of reviews he's got too. 42 compared to the other guys. This guy's got 69, Load Up, 137, Beyond Junk, 79. So you got to work on getting those reviews and getting that business listing more active. So the next thing we're going to look for, let's go back here, type in Junk Removal Sacramento. We're going to look at the top website that is not a big corporate website, that is not a big chain, that is not a directory. A website is sitting all by itself. And one of the first things I found was sacjunkremoval.com. So I click on their site, copy the domain, go to the Haas search engine rankings. I'll provide a link here in the description to give me an idea as to what makes this website rank on Google. Why is it showing up? What words cause it to show up? This gives me the amount of volume for the business out there. So I typed it in and I saw right away, junk removal Sacramento, 720 times every single month. That's typed into Google. In reverse, junk removal Sacramento is, well, Sacramento junk removal, another 110. With the CA at the end, another 140. Couch removal, trash removal, let's see, junk hauling. So I could tell there's probably well over 1,000 searches every single, but probably even more for junk removal in the Sacramento area. The demand is monstrous over there. So if you want to get into business out there, as long as you can compete, you got a shot because there is a lot of volume out there. And then, so what we're going to do is we're going to find out if this website's ranking in the top 3 in the map listings, which it is not. So the whole idea here is to get your business found on Google listings here and in the Google ranks page, top 10 pages here. If you get towards the top here, and if you could even sprinkle in a couple of AdWords, you're going to have so many pieces of your business on this very first page of Google, which is going to add more credibility, more calls for you in the long run. So what causes this website to show up on Google? I say my rules over and over and over again. It's the title tag, the meta description, H1 title tags, H2 title tags, and content. And an additional one, the bonus one, is probably one of the most important ones. It's age of the domain. So I've checked the age of the domain. I got domain age checker right here. I click add that here, hit submit. This domain is 10 years old. So the chances of you beating them out on age, very, very slim. But can you beat them out on everything else? Well, at first glance of the website, let's take a look at the website. It's a very straightforward, nice looking website. I like it right off the bat. Seems like it's got plenty of content. It's got a good amount of content. It's got pages. Let's take a look if it's following all the rules. The title tag, does it have Sacramento junk removal in the title tag? Yes, it does. Meta description, does it have it in the description? Sacramento junk removal, there it is. H1 title tag, junk removal services, but they didn't put the city name. But it doesn't matter because the domain is 10 years old. H2 title tags, they're not very good. So you could beat them out on that, beat them out on the H1 title tags or H2 title tags, and probably creating more content on this page. But it will take a lot of time to get your page here on the first page of Google, at least on the first page, and to slowly start to bring it up towards the top. So that's the competition out there. That's what it would take to get something going. So on a scale of 1 to 10, to get found in Sacramento, I guarantee you there's got to be, I'm going to put this in quotations to bring back how many pages Google has. 1,000 pages with the word junk removal in Sacramento. So there is a lot of pages out there. There's a lot of competition. Would it be difficult to get ranked on Google for junk removal services? My main thing, it would probably take a lot of time. That's the biggest thing. It would take time, commitment, and effort. But if you're starting a junk removal business out there and you're committed for the long term, I say you get started today. You get your map listing, you get your website up. The sooner you get things going, the sooner you're going to build that trust with Google and eventually get your website to rank on Google, and do all that stuff. And one of the main things you can do is by setting up a website that's properly formatted, built on WordPress, following the right template. That's a monster start to get things going. Get your business listing set up, connected to your website, and with time, and you get those good reviews, it's going to take some traction and all that good stuff. It also slowly start building links and trust with your website and your Google listing. And in time, I think it can be done. If you do it on your own, it's going to save you a lot of money. You hire some SEO company in Sacramento, they're going to probably charge you $1,000 a month, probably bare minimum, $1,200 a month for the SEO services. And honestly, you can do it yourself as part of your own expenses, as long as you know what you're doing. And that's part of what I offer here with my do-it-yourself junk removal SEO YouTube channel and my course that I created here online. So if you guys want a quick breakdown of my website template that you get started with, because as soon as you can build that website and get that thing going, the better off you're going to be. Or if you already have an established business, you have a website that's already set up in the Sacramento area, just copy the template, follow it to a T, and that's going to help tremendously because you already have a website that's got already some age to it out there in the Sacramento area. So that's all I got for you guys. If you want those freebies I got, just go ahead underneath my video, click on there, grab all that stuff up, and that's what it would take in Sacramento. If you guys want any more some of these quick market researches in your area, request it in the comments. I'll be more than happy to do one for you. Till next time.